What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are jumping into X-Men Red, issue number 2. If you didn't catch the first issue, be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that has been happening so far. Now, this series is heavily focusing on everything going on with Mars, now known as Arakko in the Sol system. Storm right now is the region of Sol sitting in the Great Ring. The Great Ring being the governing body of Arakko. She has decided to form a team, a new Brotherhood of Mutants, to be the defenders of this planet. Meanwhile, we have Abigail Brand, who decides she wants to do the exact same thing. The thing is, Abigail Brand, she's working in her own interest. This isn't for the greatness of Arakko or the greatness of mutant kind. At the end of the day, she plays whatever side she is gonna win on. Be sure to buy the comics, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so this story, it picks us up a little bit in the past. We are at the Summer's home on the moon. This is where Vulcan has been staying for quite some time. Now, Vulcan had first constructed some energy constructs of his dead friends, Petra and Sway. Well, this is a very powerful feat to do. He became disillusioned. These imaginary friends calling him Emperor. This really fed into the god complex that he had been building up. Realizing how bad and how unhealthy this was, how dangerous Vulcan could truly be. And so they decided to try and do a little bit of an intervention to let him know what is going on, try to confront him and help him. Of course, he doesn't take any of this information well. As Xavier tries to go into his mind, we see Vulcan go freaking nuclear, though Xavier was simply trying to show him the truth. The entire Summer's home went up in a blaze. Now that's what takes us to present day. Abigail Brand seeing this opportunity to swoop in and take Vulcan for her own. Someone that is thrown off to the side. Someone that is dismissed by the entire council, even his own family. She is gonna use all of his insecurity and turmoil to bring him onto the team and be one heck of a weapon at her disposal. As she gathers up her sword team, Manifold has to ask the question, why are Krakoans coming to help Araki? Shouldn't they be forming their own team, their own people? This is their world, their planet. Are they going to accept us as these somehow protectors, guardians of this planet? Abigail Brand doesn't seem to care if they're okay with it. She wants to more or less shove it down their throat, that they are gonna have to accept that we are its protectors. The truth is, Manifold knows all about Abigail Brand, knowing that she spaced Henry. Not only that, he finds it very much too coincidental that a freaking space station was falling down on his place, on his home, that it was just some convenient accident, as she calls it. But Manifold's got her number. He knows that this is BS, and he's not going to be a part of any kind of team. Before they can have a real chat, Manifold takes off. And this is where she gets an alert that there is something going on and they need to get out there right now. So we have Mentello, we have Frenzy, Random, Cable, and Abigail Brand. The newest member, of course, being Vulcan. They body slide in, jumping into the front lines. This is when they run into the Progenitors. These guys are a worldwide level civilization of unethical space scientists with computer brains. They treat entire galaxies, entire planets, solar systems, everything as their own petri dish, gathering information from all across the cosmos. Usually, they're not individuals that come invade areas such as this, but it's possible because of the new planet, the new Sol system being announced to the world, to the galaxy, to the universe, that it is time they had a visit. Cable being the first one to charge in. We see one of these giant robots. It grabs hold of his techno-organic viral load, ripping his arm completely from him. That was the only thing to balance out his telekinesis. And while sometimes this might be a bad thing, the truth of the matter, this just gives Cable the opportunity to let loose Unfortunately, it does almost little to no damage to these guys. Recognizing him as a threat, a beam comes from one of the eyes and completely incinerates Cable, burning down to nothing more than a skeleton. We see these machines start targeting the locals. Abigail Brand, recognizing that she's got to do something in this situation, telling Vulcan that he needs to go grab all of the civilians, start ushering them out of the area, get them to safety while we take these guys on. Now, of course, Vulcan, he's still on his whole god complex thing. I'm an emperor, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I'm a Summers, I'm the most powerful individual, I'm almighty, so like he's going on and on and on. The truth is, the Arakko, they do not care. They have known nothing but war for generations, imprisoned for generations. They're not gonna have some other dictator coming in telling them what they need to do or where they need to go. This is their home. Regardless of how little power they possess, they are gonna fight. And they will even fight Vulcan if they need to. Vulcan asking any of them to step forward to challenge him. This is where we see him get frozen like a freaking popsicle. This is where we have the arrival of Magneto, Sunspot, the Fisher King, and Storm. This is the Brotherhood of Arakko, meeting Vulcan's challenge and putting him down in the dirt. The Brotherhood of Arakko, they are seen as heroes. Storm is accepted as one of them. Not only that, they have the Fisher King working with them as well, the one they refer to as the Unarmed King. The people are very welcoming to this brotherhood, and that's simply because Storm has earned her place. As they go to take on these beasts, they have the locals make a distraction, combine their abilities together, and make these giant monsters look at something else. This gives Magneto the opportunity to use the full capacity of his powers and rip their heads straight off their bodies. With their defeat, we see Vulcan, he starts to lose it. Sitting here frozen like a popsicle, the flame goes on and he charges full speed directly at Storm. As Storm stands her ground, she simply reaches out her hand and grabs him by the throat. This puts him in full pause. Storm is not in the slightest concerned about Vulcan, as a circle of fire and lightning surround them both. She lets it be known that while he can manipulate energy, so can she. That he's an Omega level, so is she. That this is not a clash of powers, but a battle of will. That he may speak of a fire that is burning inside of him, a flame that is dancing in the wind. But the truth is, Storm is the hurricane. And just like that, Storm puts him down, letting it be known that there are no thrones on Arakko. Abigail Brand quickly realizing that she has underestimated Storm. She had orchestrated this entire scenario. This was all by her design. The truth of the matter, she is trying to cause a divide between Arakko and Krakoa. She wants to get rid of all mutants on Mars. Believing that someone needs to claim this planet, she wants to be the one to do so. To achieve these goals, she works with anybody that is willing to do so. That includes Orcus. She was hoping that the people of Arakko, they would see her team as nothing more than Krakoan, see it as a complete disrespect. This would cause more of a divide between these two nations. She is trying to divide and conquer. She didn't realize how big of a threat Storm had become, and so now she is going to be looking for somebody on the Great Ring willing to work with her. This is where we pick up a little bit later. Vulcan now completely healed up. Abigail Brand goes to do her manipulation, letting it be known that if you want these people to see you as something more than just Krakoan, if you want to earn the respect of the Arakko people, what you need to do is kill their boogeyman. Because killing this individual, this would not only mean somebody out of their way, this would mean Vulcan is in fact on the Great Ring, an inside man for Abigail's team. The person that she wants him to kill is Tarn the Uncaring. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. An absolutely fantastic second issue. The truth of the matter is, while both Vulcan and Storm are Omega level mutants, Storm has the training. She has the experience. She has been honing her gift for much longer than Vulcan ever has. Vulcan, he is just a ticking time bomb that goes nuclear. He has yet to really perfect his abilities to make him a true fighting force. We have to believe that Vulcan going against Tarn the Uncaring, that's not something that Summers could possibly win, because Tarn the Uncaring, he is extremely powerful. Even Storm had a hard time going against this guy. But who knows, maybe Abigail wants Vulcan to lose. Maybe this is part of her plan, because really either way she is gonna benefit. If Vulcan somehow does win against Tarn the Uncaring, then that means they have someone in the Great Ring, and with that comes access to more knowledge, to all of the moves that Storm is gonna be making. And now it's a race for these two teams, for the Sword team and the Brotherhood of Arakko, both of them needing to prove that they are the Guardians, that they are here to help the people. The Brotherhood already having a huge lead, having Storm as their leader and the Fisherman King. But if we learned anything about Abigail Brand, is that she always has a card that she is yet to play. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to help this channel out, be sure to hit the super thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.